dairy industry, they seem to be getting whipped left, right and centre.
Yeah, well, we just obviously had the government come out and just make the announcement that the primary sector committee are going to look at just keeping an eye on the competition in the future and sort of ramping that up a wee bit. Really, the consumers are going to be the winners in the long run. The farmers are still going to carry on farming as they are, but it's just to make sure that competition's out there and there's a lot of brands and product out there to compare and everyone wins sort of thing.
Is that sort of heading towards deregulation?
Yeah, they're going to be sort of looking at the Dairy Industry Restructuring Act, making sure that Fonterra can have discretion around, say, the shareholders they want to take on. There's some things around there, and just sort of making rules around who gets the milk from Fonterra, etc.
Because that was set up in 2001, so it's probably ready for a revamp.
Well, yeah, the South Island one is about to expire, so they're doing this before it expires and gets it all sort of lined up, ready for the next few years ahead, basically.
Speaking of dairying, you've got a lot of immigrants coming in to work on dairy farms. That's in itself a minefield for an employer.
Yes, not only do you have your employer responsibility, you also got to think about their requirements where they can actually work here. So work visas and those sort of things are important to check out. And there's I know there's a publication out there that's available for dairy farms to actually download off the internet, which talks all about it just for the industry.
Because there seems to be, but from my observation, a big trend towards using immigrants.
Yeah, I think that's based because they do the work.
Without putting too fine a point on
well,
it.
It is.
No, but I mean, you did right. You talk to a dairy farmer, and the first thing they'll say is that the Kiwis don't want to do it. They probably smoke pot, and they really don't like getting out of bed. So
yeah,
they go,
exactly. Whereas the immigrant workers, they'll get up, they'll do it because they want to get that money so they can send it back home to their families and get ahead. That's just the pure reality of it.
Well, it is really, which is good. So the immigration, and then of course you've also got, as I understand, health cover and things for them if they were to.
Yeah, there's a lot of things as the employer that you need to be sort of looking at. You want to really make sure you look after them because a lot of things can go wrong. So it's pays to check all those boxes and get them sort of lined up before they get on the farm.
Do you get involved with how good the accommodation is and all that sort of thing?
Not quite that level, but we do give a bit of a guideline as to what the minimum requirements are, and it's got to be reasonable for them. You don't expect sort of 5-star, but you don't want to give them the
dog kennels.
Exactly.
Without breeding. Yeah, yes. Exactly. And so basically, for dairy farmers, and a lot of them aren't making any money. How's that looking? Are you getting through that?
Yeah, most of them are hanging in there. The doom and gloom that was there in the past probably has moved on. Farmers are optimistic that it's going to come right. They're out there doing it. They're loving what they're doing. They wouldn't do anything else.
Resilience.
And they just know that at some point they'll start making money again.
Thanks very much indeed.